Continue following that. Meanwhile, Puerto Rico's weather may be hot, but the economy is not. The country's been in the grips of a recession since 2006. Puerto Rico unemployment rate is around 16%. But new leadership is trying to implement fiscal belt tightening to help the country recover. The man in charge is my next guest. Joining me in another CNBC exclusive is Luis Fortuño, governor of Puerto Rico. Great to have you on the program, Governor.
It is my honor to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. So when you came into office in January of 2009, you inherited a budget deficit of $3.5 billion. You have put big measures in place, and that deficit is where right now?
It's about $1 billion 18 months later. Our budget deficit was the largest proportionally speaking in the country. It was 46% of the state budget. And we slashed it by 20% in 1 year. And now it's down to $1 billion. And now we are working on a tax reform that will cut taxes across the board at the individual and corporate level. But I will insist that we maintain our fiscal discipline so that we can cut taxes.
Well, this is a great story because, you know, we're talking to finance ministers all around the world who are trying to implement austerity measures that are obviously very painful. This had to be painful for you. Yeah. Tell me specifically what you did to get that budget deficit down so much.
Well, essentially, we cut every single contract we had by about 15%. We slashed salaries at the top level, 10% in my case, 5% in the case of all my cabinet secretaries. And then we went across and actually we had to incur some layoffs, unfortunately, and that's painful. And then we are merging agencies so that we become more efficient and we avoid unnecessary expenses. There are so many programs. There are duplications in different government programs, and we're just merging them, as well as agencies, to deliver services, but just from one agency, and only do what government can do better or best, which is not much, and allow the private sector to grow and innovate, and that's what we're trying to do with our tax cuts.
Well, the whole country can learn a thing or two about how you handle out-of-control deficits and get them down the way you do from your story. But let me ask you, you still have a budget deficit. Why cut taxes?
Well, let me tell you, because I believe that that money is better spent by the people and the corporations, not by the government. So that we will maintain our fiscal discipline, and we have implemented pro-growth policies. For example, we have the most advanced and attractive P3 program and legislation in the country. And we have P3 projects moving forward in highways, school construction, the main airport, water and energy projects, and so on. We have taken an out-of-control permitting process. And actually, starting December 1st, we had 28 regulations and permits. We're down to 1 commencing December 1st, and it will be through email. I mean, I believe in e-government as well. Our energy policy, we didn't have an energy strategy, and we're moving towards an energy strategy that actually stresses renewables as well as natural gas as opposed to oil, which is cheaper and cleaner as well.
This is a debate that's going on across the board in America right now, whether or not low taxes actually get people to spend the money and actually increase growth, which is, of course, what we're all trying to get to.
I can't see why that should be debated. It's obvious. People can spend and use money much better than any government, and that's my philosophy, and that's what we're doing in Puerto Rico. And again, you're doing it in America because we are part of the United States, so there's a certainty as well in any investment in Puerto Rico.
You're going to come back to the markets to raise new money anytime soon?
We have been doing that, and we will be coming back pretty soon. Actually, we, by rating agencies, have been looking at us in a very positive way, and actually we had a rating increase recently as well.
Governor Fortuño, good to have you on the program.
It is my pleasure again, Maria.
Thank you so much.
Good luck on Monday. We congratulate you on Christopher Columbus Parade.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Happy Columbus Day to everybody.